Hello and welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Kelsey. I am a voice actor in Chicago, and today I am relaxing. But today I'm reacting to Time-Lapse of the Entire Universe by Melodysheep. I love space. I love big montages, and when I was little, my favorite thing to learn about was black holes. I consistently checked out the same eyewitness books, black holes book from my school library, and I loved seeing the step-by-step little illustrations about the formation of the black hole. So this is essentially a step-by-step formation of the entire universe, which is pretty cool, and I'm excited to watch it. Going on a journey right off the gate. Cool. This is gonna be so cool. Oh, I like that they have the stuff at the bottom telling you exactly what's happening.
From the primordial cloud of gas and cosmic dust, gravity forged the stars.
I thought this was going to be more explain-y, but it is loving the visuals, and I am loving the visuals, so this is cool.
Gravity connects star systems together in vast galaxies and steers them on their journey through unbounded space.
You know what? To be very Chicago, this feels like something that would play in the big dome theater at the Adler Planetarium. The narration, the music, the way it looks. I'm am I at the planetarium right now? It's really, really cool. Very well produced.
The relentless flow of time has driven the evolution of the universe and created extraordinary wonders. Some galaxies form so close together that they're locked in a gravitational embrace.
It's visualization. That's going to be us in Andromeda pretty soon. Not soon enough for us to see it though, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately.
What a magnificent sight it would be.
This person do all these graphics? Even if they didn't, whoever did, I'm very impressed. This is really,
As it
really
evolves,
cool.
The universe passes through distinct eras. Vast ages whose beginnings and endings are marked by unique milestones. The births and deaths of its wonders.
We are the product of a grand evolutionary sequence, cosmic evolution, about which we are only occasionally aware.
True. Very true. Whoa.
Gravity is the great creator, the constructor of worlds. But gravity is also the destroyer, because it's relentless. when a star around 15 times the mass of our Sun collapses. All the matter in its core is crushed into an infinite void of blackness known as
My
a stellar
favorite.
mass black hole.
Yeah! Also, I'm obsessed with these like camera effects when the light flares go. It almost looks like an actual camera where you, like when the light flares, like you see the dust particles on the lens. Like, they put so much attention to detail into this as to make it seem like, oh, we're out in space with a camera filming this. It's really neat. Also, yay, black holes.
The immense gravitational pull of these monsters can rip a star apart. They tear matter from its surface and drag it into orbit.
That's cool looking. I don't think I've ever seen a visualization of a black
This
hole that looks
superheated
quite
matter
like that.
spins around the mouth of the black hole, and great jets of radiation fire from the core.
Sweet. The shake effect is really doing something.
Although these jets can be seen across the cosmos, the core itself remains a mystery. Not even light can escape, so their interior
sweet.
is forever hidden from us. Throughout a star's life, there is a constant battle between energy pushing out and gravity pushing in. When it runs out of fuel, the star collapses and then explodes with the brightness of 1 billion suns.
Cool. Got the Star Trek lens flare going there.
As the star is torn apart, it will fire out into space all the elements that it created in its life and death.
Oh, that's
These
so
are new
neat
stars
looking.
forming from the elements blown out by supernova explosions. New stars being born from the remains of dead ones. And it's from this universal process of death and rebirth that we emerged. Because it was in a nebula just like this, 5 billion years ago, that our sun was formed.
Ta-da!
Clouds of hydrogen collapse further and further under the force of gravity, and the life cycle of a new star has begun.
Yay!
A star was born that would come to be known as the sun.
The shockwave effect is cool. I don't know if it is scientifically
Around it,
accurate or not,
a
but it
network of
looks cool
planets
as heck.
formed. Among them was the Earth.
Little forming planets, little babies. Cool.
Debris left over from the formation of the solar system collides with the Earth.
Surprise! It's the moon. That's dope.
Earth began life as a molten hell.
The early continents were still forming. The land was dominated by volcanoes, hostile and lifeless.
Very cool that they can now use actual footage. Like, the CG stuff was so beautifully done. But, like, it's really cool to see them make the transition into using, like, actual footage. I love it.
But deep in the oceans, life had begun.
Look at that cell. Look at that. You go, mitosis.
His theory is that chemicals spewing from underwater volcanic vents solidified and created the conditions needed for the first cells to form.
Cool. Who knew mitosis could look so neat? Look at their little flagellas.
For some 3 billion years, simple microscopic organisms were the most advanced form of life on the planet. Cyanobacteria and other oxygen-producing microbes began to bloom. These flourished in colonies of plant-like microbes that pumped out enormous volumes of oxygen. And it was this increase in oxygen that was the key to the rise of the animal kingdom.
Woohoo! Cool. I love those little guys. Yee!
Organisms started using oxygen to respire.
Oh, I forget what those things are called, but the little single-celled organisms that look almost like little wine glasses, those guys are really cool. They can get really big, and the little wine glass part can go like and like catch prey. They're neat. I like them. I wish I remember what they were called, but they're fun.
Yielding a lot more energy, which allowed the development of more complex life.
Ooh, that's a neat visual.
Just before complex life appeared,
Oh yeah,
the
those
world
guys.
was in the grip of the biggest ice age.
I forget what those are called too, but like they're formations that are still around that they think may have been like breeding grounds for like tiny organisms. Why can't I remember what anything's called? Help me. Tell me in the comments what the stromatolites? The big rock things might be stromatolites. Still don't know what the wine glass guys are called, but we're making progress.
In its entire history.
Snowball Earth. Whoa. Glacier action.
And then suddenly, advanced organisms appeared.
Beautiful. Ah! I love Nautilus. I want to get a Nautilus tattoo. Hello, Mud Skipper. Hello, Fiddle. Oh no, those aren't fiddlehead ferns. Those are bug-eating plants. Sick. Oh no. See you, dinosaurs. And it's people. Cool. Wow. Thank you for that, Melodysheep. I don't know if that's something that you created entirely on your own, or if you had a team, but either way, that was really beautiful. I'm about to call the Adler Planetarium and be like, you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this time lapse of the entire universe? Do you have it in your dome theater? Because that is just beautiful, just beautifully done. And I liked that the footage from like the early universe that was CG like matched the vibes and like cinematography of some of the actual footage. I thought that was really neat. And then when it was like actual footage juxtaposed with CG, it was done super well and seamlessly. I was expecting more like facts, I guess. Like, oh, at this time, this little thing called this happened, you know? But like, I don't think it needed that. It's a time lapse. They're not going to zero in and be like, oh, you see this? You see this little organism? That's that. And it reproduces via like asexual reproduction and da da da. Like, they didn't need to do that because it's a time lapse. It's meant to be cinematic and beautiful, and I think it hit the mark. It was really, really neat. And the little counter at the bottom was also very cool to see. And cool to see that I was like, oh, here we go, animal life. And then it was like, whoop, it's over. But that's what it was. And then here we are, watching YouTube. Much to think about. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Be sure to like and subscribe for content just like this, and I will see you next time.